Hey Harmonizers, it's time for an update with Whimsy the Mustang, and this is going to be probably my last video updating about her. So this is her eating grass with me. She was doing really, really well, and this is all before my accident, and she was handling. I was able to take her out for grass, and the final thing I did was go over and remove her number tag because I finally firmed up that yes, Whimsy is definitely going to be the name that I picked for her because I just thought it suited her really well. And I was taking a little picture with her little number tag. And we had made progress with picking up feet, all of those things, but not well enough to the point that I could get a farrier to come out and trim her feet yet. I was able to approach her. I was still keeping her in this smaller outdoor pen while she was still healing all up from her wounds and just getting a little bit more comfortable with being caught and things like that. But I was able to take her out for grass and she seemed to be doing really, really well. And then when I got home from the hospital from having my accident, she still actually surprised me and did really well. Like, this is me holding the camera and she actually comes up and approaches to kind of say hello and like, who are you? And my staff were feeding her the alfalfa pellets while I was away. I thought it was really nice. This is me like kind of fresh after coming home from the hospital, that she would come over and let me pet her nose. So I thought that's all really, really fantastic. But I was in this really tough spot where although she was being friendly and she showed a lot of promise, I was not allowed to do any horse training, so I couldn't continue with her feet or anything like that. And I didn't have any staff at my farm anymore, like with summer being over and everything, nobody able to work with her and progress with her and do all of those things to get her feet going. And so even though she's taking carrots and she's really doing super awesome, when you're working with a Mustang, it's really important that you have a lot of confidence, but also that you know what you're doing because you can get hurt, and that's a big concern. And so although she's coming over with the fence there, and this is my little one that was bringing carrots out to feed her, and she's even coming over and taking carrots from my little one, passing them through the gate there. She was being really friendly and coming over. This is really, really good. Her hay is up in the corner underneath the corner of the shelter. I had this really kind of heart-throbbing decision to make of finding her a new home where somebody would continue working with her and that she could actually get care and continue with that process, or stay at my farm where I would feed her and I would water her and things like this, where she's getting carrots and she's being friendly, but we don't have anybody available to actually work on picking up her feet or things like that. And heaven forbid something happened. One, she's not able to get that routine health care of getting her feet trimmed and stuff like that. But also, if she were to get another accident, I'm not allowed to be holding the rope of a horse. It was too damaged with my skull being fractured and with the brain hemorrhages. I needed to make sure I always stayed at a distance for a little while. And it's super unclear how long until I'll be healed and be able to start working with horses again. So as I'm posting this video, I am allowed to start holding a rope again and working with horses carefully on the ground, but I'm still waiting further medical testing to determine just how much I can do. I'm definitely not cleared to ride a horse yet, although Whimsy is nowhere near getting ridden anyways. But I made the decision to let her go to the same home that Pretzel and Lila were going to. And so I'll show you guys a little video clip in a second here of that person coming over and petting her. And I had a really good feeling with, this is her from Whispering Stables, I believe her place is called. And so she came over and she was being really gentle, and I decided to film her taking off and putting on the halter. And I just thought she had a really great, calm, positive energy. And she was gentle and she seemed to know enough of what she was doing in terms of able to take the halter off and put it back on. So I thought, okay, like this could be a really good chance for Whimsy to go to a good home where she'll be taken care of and they'll be able to do more with her than what I could do. So this was definitely one of the hardest horses to sell because I wanted to keep her and work with her and develop her a lot longer. And even when it came to the trailer loading, she was super patient with her and, offering her hay and just giving her a lot of time to think and look in the trailer. And of course, eventually Whimsy did get on the trailer. And I asked, I did a little check-in recently just to ask, how she's doing. And I'll show you guys a little picture at the end of the video clip here where you'll get to see her at the farm where she is now. It's all snowy, so you'll see that it's a current photo. When she left to go to the new home, she did leave on basically like a trial contract. And so when I was in touch with her recently, she says like she really loves her still, and she really enjoys having the Mustangs. And so she's planning to follow through on the contract and take over full ownership of them. And I really did get a nice positive energy from her that she's going to be taking great care of the Mustangs and helping them really get to live their best lives. So although it was a really sad ending for me and another consequence of my accident, look how happy and fluffy and healthy she looks. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.